Let's take a look at the chart action for Solana. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at in this video. We're going to be looking at this bull flag or this possible double top. We're also going to be looking at the Solana Bitcoin chart. We have a channel pattern. It looks like we broke to the upside, but let's see if we can continue this momentum. Alright, let's get in this video. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at on the Solana chart. We had resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance right here. We had support right here, and right here. We had a triangle pattern, something like this, or you could also argue maybe a flag pattern, something like that. What I was doing is first targeting this triangle from the top to the bottom, something like this, drag that to the breakout. We could also maybe target the middle of the triangle, but what I'm looking at is a target around 227. But I think also if we break out of this previous high right here, which we also so we have a wick right here, and it looks like we kind of got resistance and topped out right there. This might be a double top, but I think if we could break out of this area right here, we might be targeting this flag pattern. So what we do is target from the top to the bottom of that flag, maybe something like that, drag that to the breakout, and we could possibly be looking at a target of around $322. So like I said, what I want to see us do is break above this previous high right here. The wick was right here at around 215, and it looks like we pretty much came up to right around that area and got rejected, or at least we're getting resistance and came down. We're having to retest. So what we could probably look at in the meantime, we have the 4-hour time frame right now. We have a downtrend like this. We also have some support right here. This could possibly be a flag pattern. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm still thinking we're going to the upside. It looks like we're still in a big uptrend. It does look like we're kind of trending down a little bit right now. And we did have a trend line going to the upside right here. And it looks like we broke that going to the downside. It looks like we're kind of going sideways. I think if we break this bottom support going to the downside, then we're going to have to look at previous support levels. Maybe something like this at around 182. If we jump over the Solana versus Bitcoin chart, we have resistance right here, support right here, and support right here. We got support on this trend line right here and got a big move to the upside, and we actually broke this trend line right here. If we zoom in a little bit, it looks like we still have support on this trend line, or we still are above this trend line. What I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of this channel, dragging that to the breakout, and I'm looking at a target of this previous high over here. It does look like we're getting resistance and we're starting to go to the downside, but like I said, we haven't broken this trend line going to the downside yet. In general, if this chart is moving up, that's good for Solana, and if this chart starts trending down, that's going to be good for Bitcoin, or it's going to be better than Bitcoin is going to be better than Solana. But for all this area right here, Solana has pretty much been a better bet. What I want to see us do is get a nice little bounce on this and start pushing back to the upside, and then we can start targeting this area up here. If we go back to the Solana chart on the 4-hour time frame, let's see if we could break above this trend line right here, or if we break down. I think that'll be a good signal as to where we're going. Alright, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button.